my liminal space. Yes. Why are you here? Am I to waste time? Probably. But here we are now. This is a light on my face. It makes everything dark. When I turn it off, it turns on. I digress. I'm gonna make this video fairly short, because I even just want to test out to myself, can I make an actual short video? And short video to me would be 5 minutes. So I'm gonna set a timer for 5 minutes on my watch, and then I'll end it there. A liminal feeling is the uncertain transition between where you've been and where you're going physically, emotionally, or metaphorically. So why do I put attention next to it as well? A notice taken of someone or something, the regarding of someone or something as interesting or important, or the action of dealing with or taking special care of someone or something. A lot of the times when I am eating this aspect, or when I unacknowledgedly create this aspect, I am finding myself, am I wishing out on other people to also talk about topics that really mean so much to them in the moment, or am I going to converse about things that are not so relevant to be around? Willing to do it if no one else is stepping up to the plate to make those decisions, or to speak on behalf of how other people feel. Physical in that intensity of willing to experiment with people. And that's admittedly weird, but in my little liminal attentional world, it doesn't matter. So the formality of it all is we're humans that need social interactions. But it doesn't mean... Hello, I'm going to start a 5-minute timer. And this will just be about what liminal attention means to me. So with liminal attention, we have to go with obviously the definition of it all. So at first, let's just say, find it. I wasn't prepared for this. So liminal, in the technical term as an adjective, is occupying a position at or on both sides of a boundary or threshold, or relating to a transitional or initial stage of a process. And the form of attention is that the act of directing the mind to listen, to see, or understand or notice. And when I wanted to write that like tagline or title of for my That's Just Me's, I was thinking a lot of what it meant, the importance of want to do a good job and just take anything out of context. Almost be like a mindless drone to that point. And when you take something out of context, whenever I am in those wanting to take instances what I am doing out of context, I am actually chill. And to share it's always like bad time, because I know myself when I am in a type of system, it comes especially to you being A and then the other person B, or vice versa. I can't change anything that doesn't affect me to feel like this. Or if I had more chances to something to talk about a topic, then I would. What does it, or how would I go about it? Feel like that if I didn't know whatever I'm trying to the multiverse, to like, if so many trying to say, you feel like your face comes out as wrong, but comes out as like, that was a fun video. That was something worth the title. Starting the timer now. Think to you being A and then the other person B, or vice versa, is what are you going to give to that person? Or what are you going to let yourself become with that person? What is liminal attention? Liminal attention to me is something that people like it because of the acidity. Or maybe there's so much more than just the acidity of the pineapple on the pizza that they forget about. There's also the ham. There's also the ham on the pizza. I'm wondering if the ham's on the pizza. Those opportunities of saying like, I just gotta pull through it. You're never really gonna pull through it. And you're always gonna just keep ideating. You're just gonna keep writing out your notes and writing out ideas. Is that form of viz dev development, or just visual development of you're trying to get your references, trying to get your starting the timer now. Hello, let's get straight to the point. This video is about liminal attention. If you hear a dog in the background, that is neighbor's dog. Liminal attention. What is it? Why do I want to talk about it? Is it something that is so formally like feeling as though I am crazy enough to admit that it makes sense to want to talk about it? I just feel like right now I might just lose my mind if I think about it too much, right? And I think the point of the thing that I want to talk about when it comes to liminal attention is that I think it's too meta to talk about something that you feel like would just pass by in a certain amount of time. And the horrifying aspect of thinking too internally about yourself, or in how the way you need to grab someone's attention, is too much to bear for just a human to want to just talk about and dissect. Because I mean, whenever I'm thinking about like the type of content I would want to make as an individual, or share body work each day, every day, what do I want to put down people's throats, I don't want to make some form of sludge content where it's like, yeah, watch this very highly saturated, not even saturated, in both terms saturated in color and style or relevancy, is what am I going to be known as? Because in this liminality that I've created, what are you going to give someone years down the line? Maybe non-existent interests, some belief that I might have some form of ADHD, which I'm not diagnosed about, and I realize I say that in my videos. I'm like, I don't think so. It's along the lines worth it to watch a video. I think that's the most refreshing thing in the world if you ever get to experience that. But it's the most limbo-esque thing to realize is when you do doom scroll and watch like just videos and videos and videos. Maybe you're just researching something. It gets you at a point where you're not living your own life. You're living through someone else's life. You're living through not thinking for yourself. And when you do have a social life to begin with, then it becomes something that changes you, right? And with a social life, you have to accept that you need a social life. And that doesn't have to be relevant, or shared with people. I think when you do find that balance of separating the threshold in between, which is your social life, and the content that you make, whatever you want to put out or want to be known as, you keep that how it is. And you make sure that both parties know you're keeping that how it is. And to soon lose that with some individual or some person to make you think otherwise, maybe like a comment section or something like, hey, this is a terrible video, or hey, this is not working out, I want to know, or someone who digs deep into your personal history. I wish you the best of luck. That's insane to say. Why did I say that? Okay. That last point, I'm like, okay, am I actually going to say that? Some things can be edited out. And, everything doesn't have to have a whole big statement about what. Is that too far? Okay. I don't want anything. Okay. Starting now. Liminal attention. What is it? How do I describe it? It's something that I made up. It's something that, as hopeful as it seems, I hope it's interesting. That what I'm going to say is just something that, like, oh, okay, that guy thought of that. That's great. Nice video. I think the hard part about creating attention, or the purpose of this video to create attention, is it's not about the formal, consecration of like views. It's more just like me as a creator who is going to curate these views. What am I going to put out there? And it crosses lines in which it's your social aspect of your life, which is also part of your personal life. And then there's also me as an individual who creates that one of doing that. But to me on a personal level, it's also for me to say that, yes, this is how I see myself as of now. And I would definitely be someone changed in the future to become something else in this life, and how I stylize or put myself out there. And I think when you grow up. That's the one thing you keep experimenting on, not just your lifestyle, not just your aesthetics and inspirations, but also how you communicate with people and how you socialize with people and where you draw your energy towards interacting with people. And that can never really be answered in just one video, but answered through many videos, and how people think, how you get your entertainment from, because those are spaces in which that take you out of the real world, and things in which you give yourself the opportunity to say that, hey, do I want to take out the imperfections and hone it down into these basic bullet points to make something happen? Or am I going to let my brain think? Or just rant about something irrelevant to make something happen? So thank you if you watch this video. Thank you if you did that, because, you know, I think many times in your life, or points in your life, where you feel that, you know, kind of a feeling of either anxiety, you know, that you're choked up, or performance, where it's the same thing as anxiety, but I think I'm more or less saying like something that you're really into, like you're passionate about. It's like, yes, how do you start off to do something that you just do it, and then after you do it or you like it, it doesn't get enough of an attention to do that, right? And that's that form of liminal attention I'm talking about. So speaking out to those people who really like to do something, or really want to share something to someone with an individual, is that is a feeling that I feel like everyone experiences and never really talks about. That point in which it feels familiar that I had this conversation with you, or you're someone who is or would be later on in life, a lifetime friend, like a blood brother or sister to someone that is inseparable to you when you meet them again. Or when you have those times in which you did have someone you really enjoyed hanging out with in your summer, right? And you don't see them again, like at summer camp. Those are those moments in which you ask yourself, will they become my life-changing purpose? Or will you let the time go by and say it's over? This was a short video about me telling you, the audience, if you made it this far, you had a choice to watch the video. So thank you. You can skip ahead, go to your next one. But I'll be here, making my content in my corner of YouTube, and see not just if it pans out popular-wise, but be able to just make something that I enjoy, which is like short animations, which I do want to make and like put back on, and not just shelf it. As a reminder, is that liminal space will always be there till I die. Thanks for watching. If you see a video on the screen that is similar to That Just Me, recommend it to someone if you need to. And please subscribe for more, not just of these conversations, but to also the animations that I will start making years down the line, hopefully, because I want to make this not just a job for me, but also something that I'm like, it's okay to be like this as an individual, and not to just be expecting that I will get popular overnight. Bye-bye. I'm not Markiplier. That's just me. I think the hard part about creating attention, or the purpose of this video to create attention.